to the Parkinson's Foundation PD Health at Home Fitness Fridays. My name is Hannah Morris, and I'm a fitness manager and Bold Moves instructor with the National Institute for Fitness and Sport. We're located in Indianapolis, Indiana. Alright, so today we are going to do a balance and tone workout. We will do most of it standing, but you can have a chair to hold on to, and you can also do these exercises seated. We're going to focus on strengthening and lengthening our muscles. We're going to work on some core stability, and then we'll do balance exercises to improve our balance and reduce our fall risk today. Let's go ahead and get started with a warm-up. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with a warm-up. And the first thing I really like to do is to get my mind and my body focused. So we'll go ahead and stand nice and tall, shoulders back, and I want you to take 3 deep breaths. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. You can also add an arm raise if you'd like. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. We're going to do one more deep breath. Reach up nice and tall. And exhale. And take those arms down. Let's do some shoulder rolls forward. We want to loosen up our muscles before we get the weights. And then take it into some backward shoulder rolls here. Let that tension go out of your shoulders and your neck. Good, we'll get a couple of neck stretches, so I want you to turn one way, over to the other direction. Good, pretend you're laying your ear on a pillow. And then we're gonna go over to the other side. And I want you to take that head up and back. Good, pull your chin down to your chest. And then I want you to look forward and think about turtle, and it sticks its head out of its shell and then it pulls its head back in, right? So we want to go straight back with our chin. Just like that. It's kind of funny, but it really works those deep neck muscles, okay? Now I want you to just give it a big shake out. Shake those hands out. Get those hands in front of you, and let's do some wrist circles here. We're going to use all the muscles in our body today, all the joints. We want to make sure we're nice, loosened up. Good, and I want you to take it in and push out. In and push out. Good, one more. In and push out. Right here, let's take it into some forward arm circles. Start small, and then we'll get a little bit bigger each time. As high up as you can go. And then straight back out, and let's do reverse circles. Start small. Make sure the movement is coming from your shoulder, okay? And take it all the way around, a little bit bigger each time. So we're all the way up, and we take it down. Nice job. I want you to widen your stance. I'll slide this chair just out a little bit. Widen your stance a little bit here. We want our hands out in front of us, and we're gonna do a torso twist. And if you look down at my feet, you can see that I'm pivoting. I want to try to rotate and lift that heel up to get more mobility on this movement. One more each direction. And then we're going to come back to center and pull those feet right in front of us. Okay? Blood's pumping. Hopefully, we're going to get a march going. And you can start slow and you can start small. And then when you're ready, we want to bring those knees up a little bit higher. Maybe get some speed going. And stand tall. Focus on good posture today. And let's take these marches into some coordination, a hand to a knee tap, all right? You got to slow down that march a little bit, but you want to pick that knee up and tap with your opposite hand. Okay? This one's tricky. We do that in class often. If you're getting mixed up, you could also do a double hand tap. Good. Let's take this into just little kicks out in front. So keep moving. Kick, kick. Okay? Warm it up. Get the blood flowing. Let's take those kicks out to the side. Just a little. little out to the side, okay? If you want to add the arms, just a gentle outward motion. And then what about tapping back? Can you try that here? Okay, tap that toe back or just a little raise behind you. Maybe you have the chair you're holding on and we're just focusing on the legs. Good, and then the last one here, let's go side steps. Step, tap. You can slow it down, that's okay. But with this warm up, hopefully you've noticed your muscles are a little bit warmer. Your heart rate has increased a bit, right? That gets the blood flowing. Breathing rate's up. And then we're gonna go into leg section first. So stop and grab onto that chair, okay? I'm gonna do standing exercises, but you can sit down in a chair and modify these. If I have time, I will show you. The first one we're gonna start here is a heel raise. So you can hold on for some balance, feet hip width apart, raise those heels up as high as you can and back down, okay? So today's workout, more focused on technique, activating those muscles each time, lengthening our muscles. And we're gonna go ahead and do this for 3 more repetitions. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. So we'll be repeating some things today, but next one we're gonna go into is a knee raise. So I'm gonna face you. You can face sideways from your chair. We're gonna take that inside leg, have your foot out slightly in front, bring that knee up as high as you can, and tap that foot back down. Okay, so good balance exercise, but also we want to activate the thigh. So when I pull up, I think about squeezing that muscle, okay? Squeeze and push back down. Let's go ahead and do 3 more. 2, make sure you're standing tall. 1, and switch feet, okay? I don't need to switch sides of the chair, but we're gonna go ahead and start here, up and down. If you do want to switch, I like doing the exercises on my inside leg for balance. So if you flip the other direction, that might help you with some balance, okay? Up and down. Tighten that muscle. Let's do 2 more. 1, and put it down, okay? Hopefully the thighs are ready for some squats. So facing the chair, or you just have it off to the side. We're gonna go about hip width apart here. And I want you to pretend like you're sitting back into a chair and then push up. And we're gonna pretend that chair is pretty tall, okay? We don't need to go low yet. We're sitting back, we're pushing the weight into our heels, and we're standing tall each time. Pulling your belly button back towards your spine, and then pushing up through the knees and the heels. Let's see if you can get a little bit lower. 3 more. Down and up. 2 more. Down and up. Good. 1 more. Down and up. Nice job. I'm going to face the chair this way so you can see sideways view of a lunge here. We're going to start with a modified lunge, okay? So I'm going to push my foot back, bend my knee that's closest to the chair, but keep my back leg straight, okay? Here, and then alternate legs. All right, so modified lunge because we're not bending that back leg. When you're ready to give it a try, you're gonna put the toe back and you're gonna imagine your hips dropping straight down to the ground. Bend both knees and come back up, okay? Alternate, down and up. I want you to do 4 more reps total, 2 each side. Think about your posture as we're going through this. 1 more each side. Last one. And back up. Very good. Okay, let's go ahead and repeat those leg exercises with the heel raises. So I will face you about hip width apart, feet arm, okay? We're going all the way up and back down. We don't need weights for this section since we're focusing on the legs, but for the next section, we're gonna do some arm exercises, and you might wanna grab some light weights. Maybe you have soup cans. Those will work as well. 3 more reps. 2, 1, and rest. Good. Okay, first round. We did the knee raise and we put it back down. Let's make it a little bit more difficult. We're gonna try to keep that leg straight. So heel out in front of you, toes pointed up. Motion comes from our hip. Raise all the way up as high as you can, tighten that thigh, tap that heel back down, okay? Up and down. We're gonna do 8 total, so 6 more. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, good. Last one, should we do a challenge? Last one, hold it up, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, rest that leg down, very good. Let's go over to the other leg. Like I said, for balance, I recommend doing the inside leg. I don't want to face away from you, but you would rotate, okay? So here we go. Heel down, raise that leg up, and tap it back down. Up and down. Let's go 6 more. Squeeze that thigh and down. 5, down. Good. 4. This is a nice pace. You could go a little bit faster, but I recommend this pace. We'll do 2 more. And down, and last one. And down. Very good. Okay. Take it into those squats next. So, dip down, come up. And what I like to do is start with small squats, get a little bit deeper each time. We could change the angle of our squats here. So if I step out wider and I point my toes out, my knees go out, I'm going to target a little bit more of those inner thighs. Take it into 3 more reps. 2, 1, and rest. Okay, if you're getting tired, we're going to have a break in just a moment. 1 more exercise is our lunges. I'll face this way again. Start with just a step back, bending that front knee and alternating. Okay? We want to push that leg back, far. And if you can push that heel down into the ground or keep your toe off. When you're ready, add that knee bend. So when we bend that back knee, drop the hips straight down. You don't have to go far, but we're pushing through that front heel. Let's go 1 more each side. Last one here. And stand. Now's a good time to get a quick drink if you need one before we move on to our arm section. All right, so let's grab those weights. You don't need anything heavy. We're just gonna do some light weights today. I recommend doing this section standing because you're focusing on balance as you're doing it. But you could do most of these seated in a chair that doesn't have armrest, okay? So we're gonna start the first one. Let's start with our arms down at our side. We want our feet about hip width apart. We're standing nice and tall. And we're gonna bring it up to our shoulders, bending at the elbows, bring it back down, okay? Maybe you've heard the name of this one. It's called a hammer curl. We're gonna go for about 10 reps here. That was 4, 5. And what I like to do is squeeze the muscles each time, right? So yes, we have the weights to add resistance, but you can also use that muscle activation to add more. Let's do 1 more rep. Good, and bring it back down, okay? I'm gonna give you a little challenge here. We're gonna do a hammer curl with our right arm, and with our left arm, we're gonna bring it into bicep curl. So our palm is facing forward. We do the same motion, just a different angle of our hand. So let's try 5 on this side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, it's okay if it's a challenge. It's meant to be that way. Palm out with your right hand, bicep curl with the left. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, nice job. Let's try to take it into some shoulder presses. So we're gonna bring the weights up to shoulder level. You can choose where your elbows are, out wide or a little closer in front, up to you. We're pressing up and bringing it back down. We don't wanna arch our back as we go up. So try to stay tall and tighten that core. Good, let's do 2 more. Up and down, up and down. Nice. Now, if you have the floor nearby or a chair nearby, set those weights down for just a moment because I do want you to do a shoulder exercise, but we really don't need weights for this one. We're gonna put our elbows out to the side and we're gonna work on some shoulder mobility. So pull it down, bring it back up, okay? Working those rotator cuff muscles. We wanna open wide. This helps with posture. Let's go 1 more here, all the way down and all the way up. Now, for a little shoulder endurance, I want you to pump those arms up and down quickly here. Doesn't have to go all the way up. And should we think about something? Let's do this. Think about as many colors as you can. Ready, go. Magenta comes to mind for me, okay? But it's good to work the brain and the body at the same time. Maybe distract you from some of that muscle discomfort that's getting us stronger. 3, 2, 1, and rest those arms down. Good job. Go ahead and grab your weights again. And we're gonna take our arms out to the side. So I'm gonna stand back. And let's do this for a little bit of a balance challenge. If you'd like, we're gonna scoot our feet closer together, make it a little bit harder. You can widen them if you need to. And we're gonna take those arms out to the side, bring it back down. Out, and bring it down. And keep going here, I'll turn to the side. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see, but my arms aren't fully straight. I don't like to lock at the elbow joint there. So you wanna lift it up to shoulder height and back down, slight bend in the elbow. Let's do 2 more. Last one, and rest, okay. Same concept, but take it forward, all right? Palms face down, lift up to shoulder height, and this one you're gonna feel it more in your core, okay? Pull that belly button in, and let's go 3 more reps. 2, 1, and rest those arms, good. We're gonna add a core exercise right here, standing, weights down at your side, feet hip width apart, and we're gonna go side bends here. Now I'm gonna hold my weights, and I'm gonna do alternating. On the second round, I'm gonna show you how we can make it just a little bit harder. We'll wait to get there, okay? Let's go 4 more each side. And 3. Good, 2 more. You wanna feel the stretch and the squeeze in those abdominals. Don't overdo it, not too far. And stand. Okay, awesome. Set your weights down for just a moment. And I want you to put your hands in front of you. We're gonna pull those elbows back like you're about to touch them behind your back, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then push forward again, okay? So this is like a row motion, but let's add a little bit of speed, more like an endurance upper back exercise. And if you can try to do this with me while you're doing the pull, we're gonna see if we can bring our feet into a stagger. So right foot forward, left foot back, kind of like tightrope, just not quite on the tightrope yet, okay? 3 more, 2, 1, and rest those arms. We'll switch the feet second round, but I want you to pick your weights back up. A lot of up and down, I do it on purpose, okay? But let's take it into those bicep curls, again, starting with hammer, so up to the shoulder and back down. I'm gonna add a challenge to this one, okay? So every other, you're gonna rotate. Oh, see, I didn't even do it right either. Let's try this. Palms forward, bicep curl. And then here's what you're gonna do. Take them down your side. 1 goes hammer curl, 1 goes bicep curl, and you alternate each time. All right, so we're working the muscles, working the brain. This is hard for me too. Let's see if we can do 1 more each side. Bring it up. Other side, and done with those, good. Okay, now for that shoulder press. So up at the shoulders, pressing up, bring it back down. Let's go 9 more. 8, 7, make sure you're standing tall. 6, 5, 4, bring those arms down. So we're gonna skip the shoulder mobility and go right into the weights out to the side. So up and down, and then let's see if we can add in that frontal raise with it. So forward and back. So we're gonna alternate out to the side and then in front of us. Okay, if you want the balance challenge, we go feet closer together. And we're gonna go one more out to the side and one more in front, and rest those arms, okay? Now, for the side bends, and I may be going out of order here, that's okay, but we're gonna see if you can stack your weights in one hand and hand on the hip for a little sass here, okay? We're going down to one side, pull it up. Down to one side, pull it back up. You wanna focus on the obliques right here. Good, if it's a little too challenging to hold your weights in one hand, just keep one weight in each hand. You can alternate sides. And pause. Let's go ahead and switch to the other hand. All right, this works for grip strength as well. Weights here, hand on the hip, lean it down, take it back up. Right, so for today's class, we're thinking about strengthening and also lengthening the muscles. That means working with a good range of motion. Take it down as far as you can, squeeze those muscles on the way up. Let's go 2 more. Good, 1 more. And rest. Okay, you can set your weights down on the chair. We're gonna go to our shoulder pulls here. And I want you to put your left foot forward, right foot back, and pull. Okay, row. Keep your balance if you want the challenge. Maybe you take it into tandem stance. That's 1 foot in front, 1 foot directly behind. Count with me, we have 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice job. So now arms are done, working on specifically core exercises. We'll do standing. So I'm gonna have your elbows out to the side. And you can adjust the arm positioning, that's fine. But we're gonna take it elbow, you're imagining going to one knee, bringing it back out. And then let's try the other side. So elbow to one knee, bringing it back out. These are called cross-body crunches. They're difficult for balance, right? So hold on if you need to, and you can go one side, and then you can switch, right? So I'm gonna turn to the other side, and I'm gonna do the same thing, okay? So let's try it alternating, elbow to opposite knee. I'm not trying to touch them together, I'm just trying to aim them towards each other. One more each side. Good, and rest. Okay, if you have that chair nearby, let's grab it, sit down. We have about a minute to go for this section, and we'll come back to some core exercises, but I want you to sit down at the edge of the chair here. Lean back just a little bit, feet slightly out in front, and we're gonna do a leaning march, okay? When we do core exercises, we wanna do a couple things. Not hold our breath, tall posture, and then you also wanna make sure you're pulling that belly button in towards the spine. We don't want it to dome forward. If you wanna add to it, let's try a challenge. We're gonna go double up and down, double up and down. Count with me, 5 more, and down. 4, 3, you're almost done with the core section. Let's do 1 more, and rest. Okay, now's a good time to grab a drink before we move on to the next section. So, since we are in the chair, but we're moving on from core exercises, we're gonna go into everyone's favorite sit to stands, okay? Do the best you can with these. We want our ankles either directly under our knees, or what I would recommend, if you have the flexibility, pull them back a little farther, okay? Ideally, we don't want to press onto our legs, onto the chair. You can if you need to. So let's take it into, should we do 6 sit stands together? To start there, all right? I want you to push through your heels, push all the way up, and then take it back down, okay? Use your hands wherever you need to. Good posture at the top, and back down. Up and down. Good, 3 more. Now you can go slower than me, you can go faster than me. I'm just here to guide you, but this is your workout, okay? One more will end in a seated position here. And I'm gonna give you a little coordination exercise. So I want you to lean back slightly, that core work, and we are gonna kick out with our right foot, push forward with your left hand, bring it back in, alternate sides, okay? So this is working our core, making our brain think, right? And then if you add that muscle activation, we're squeezing the thigh as we kick out, okay? And I'm not kicking forcefully. I don't want to hurt the knee joint, but I want to extend out as best as I can. And I want you, if you can, count with me. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest, okay? Let's try to go back into sit to stands. You can follow along with my pace, 6 of them, faster, slower, whatever works for you, okay? Right into them, ready, go. All the way up and back down. Okay, if you'd like an advanced option on these last 4, we're gonna go up, try to raise the heels up at the top. Don't add that if you're not ready for that, or if you're struggling with some balance. 2 more. Good, and last one here. And then back down to our chair. Catch your breath. Leaning just a little bit, core is tight. Instead of kicking forward, we're gonna tap out to the side, reach the opposite arm out to the side, bring it back in, alternate, okay? So here we have core again. You're leaning a little bit, you feel that muscle activation. And I want you to think about those hips. Can you get that knee out a little bit further? Open up the joint. Reach out and try to count with me. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, let's not stop. Let's keep going. Can you do doubles? Out and in, out and in. I won't make you do too many. How about 4 more? 4 and 3. Make sure you're leaning. 2, 1, and bring it together. Very good. We're gonna stand up. All right, not sit to stands, but stand up. I'm gonna go ahead and get to this side of my chair. We have some standing combo exercises. Okay, don't need your weights, but I'm just gonna take mine and set it on the chair so I don't trip over them. And we have arms out in front of us, okay? Palms up. We're gonna go out to the side, bicep curls like this. We don't need our weights. Why? Because we're gonna add legs. So there's lots of moving parts going here, okay? When you curl in, I want you to curl your leg up. Curl that leg up, okay? So we're not using extra resistance, but we're doing multiple moving parts. And I want you to squeeze the back of the thigh, that's a hamstring, and your bicep curls. And if you wanna count with me, makes it a little harder. We're gonna go 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice job. Shake out those arms if you need to, okay? Let's take it into big strides. So I'm going to angle just a little bit, holding onto a chair if you need for balance, but we take that foot, bring that knee up, and really extend it as far forward as you can. You see my weight shifting onto that front leg. I'm gonna reach up, and then I'm going to tighten my core, pull myself back, okay? The farther forward you step, the harder it's going to be. So maybe you start with a small step, okay? Maybe you just raise one arm. This is your workout. Make it work for you. But we want to think tall. We want to think long muscles. And we're going to go 1 more each side. 1 and rest. Okay, good. Back to those bicep curls. Arms out to the side. Curl it here. Okay, you remember what we're doing with our legs? Curl the heel up to your glute. And I'm going to face to the side. Do you see where my knee is going? Right, I'm trying to keep that knee pointed down to the ground. If it comes up, I'm not going to feel it as much in the back of the thigh. So keep that knee pointed down, and then count with me. We're going to go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Roll those shoulders back. You're doing so great, and the good news is we're almost done. So big steps forward, starting with one leg, out, reach up, and back together, okay? Watch my arms. We're gonna go out, reach up, and I'm gonna take them out to the side as I pull myself back in, okay? Couple more steps, elongate yourself, use that core. Forward. Okay, let's do one more each side. Pause right here. I'm gonna add a little challenge, okay? I want you to take those arms out to the side. We're gonna bring them in and push out. I want you to try to hold this position. Today is balance and tone, so you know I'm gonna make you get into those positions, test your balance. 2 more. And good, arms come back up, we step back. Okay, same thing with the other leg. Reach it forward, pause right here, arms out to the side, bring it in, take it out. Okay, your position might not look quite like this. Maybe your feet are closer together and both feet are flat. That's good, you need to do what you need to do. Reach those arms up, pull them down as you step together, and take a deep breath. We are about to cool down, okay? We have that chair next to us. We're gonna grab on with both hands, and I'm going to step back. And I'm gonna keep going just a little further until I feel like right here is a good position where I'm gonna push my hips back and let my chest fall towards the ground, okay? You let your head drop down on this one. Doesn't have to go all the way down. But sink into this position. I want you to take 3 deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And each time you exhale, maybe you can sink a little bit lower into that stretch. Once you've got that 3rd deep breath, bend those knees a little bit right here. And then think about your spine, starting all the way from the tailbone. We're gonna round it up, 1 vertebrae at a time, until we're in this position, and then I'm gonna have you step forward and let those arms hang at your side, okay? Big shoulder roll back. I'm gonna face back towards you, and we're gonna stretch those arms. The first one here is out to the side, and then we're reaching behind us, okay? Stretching the chest, lifting forward just a bit. And then let's do the opposite, so we can clasp the hands in front, push and round your back, chin to chest. And then bring it up and shoulder roll again. We're gonna do bear hug, so reaching back. Can you touch your fingers together? I can't, but that's a good goal, right? Reach forward and then release and open up. Okay, we did a lot of hamstrings today. That's the back of the thigh. So we are going to hold on to the chair, one heel slightly in front of the other foot, toe up. Okay, keep that leg mostly straight, bend the other knee. We're reaching down towards that toe. This is a good balance exercise. So I'm holding on, but maybe I can let go for just a moment and hold myself here and then slowly stand, right? And let's try the other leg. Heel out in front, toe up, bend the one knee and keep the other leg straight, down to the toe. Hold it here, test your balance, and then slowly bring yourself back up and put that foot flat. Good. Stretching the quad can be challenging, so I'm gonna show you the way that I recommend, and then I'll show you a modification. Holding on to the chair, you're going to lift your ankle up. See if you can grab it, maybe by the pant leg, maybe you have a little loop on your shoe, or you're able to get around the ankle, and we're pulling that up slightly, okay? Knee points down to the ground, and we stand tall. If this one's a little bit too difficult for you, a good alternative is pushing back and then tilting the pelvis. We're kind of rotating like you're a dog, tuck your tail under, and reach and open up. That'll feel a little bit of stretch up in here, okay? Let's try the other leg. So whether you want to do this pull or the other one that I just showed, both are going to stretch the front of the thigh. Stand tall. We're almost done here. Good, set that leg down. Okay, the last one I want you to do, nice wide stance here. All right, this is like a body roll. So wide stance, toes out slightly. We're gonna start just dropping down and kind of collapsing like this, and then rolling yourself up to the top. You're gonna reach and open up like the sunshine's coming down on you. Let's do that one more time. Drop down, you can bend those knees a little bit, let your head hang, and then slowly roll it up, reach up, open, and the hands come back together, and we have finished the cool down. All right, thank you again for joining us for the Parkinson's Foundation PD Health at Home Fitness Fridays video series. For more information about Parkinson's exercise recommendations as a prescription for people with Parkinson's, please visit parkinson.org/exercise.